So today I will be talking about public utility. We all know that every country um, has public utility, and that is services provided for the public by the government or public private entities. So the government can join with a private entity to provide services to the public, or the government itself can provide those services. So that is public utility. And this is something that is very important to all countries. Without public utility, life cannot be easy. Tell me, you have a country where there is no water, there is no electricity, there is no telecommunication. Do you know how difficult it will be? So, when let's say I want to be specific when it comes to Rwanda. So, in 2001, Rwanda uh, incorporated the regulatory authority, which is the RUA. RUA is the entity that is responsible to provide or to regulate those public utilities within Rwanda. So they are responsible to regulate all rules that you should follow to provide public utility for the state. It is controlled by RUA. So how RUA works? RUA gives you the rules and you follow the rules on how to establish this utility, how to run them, how to fund them, and how to provide it to the community or the state. And some of the public utility in Rwanda, we all know we have the REG, which is the REG, Rwanda Electricity Group. So this group provide currents or electricity within Rwanda. And this is from the Lake Kivu, where the hydro system provide electricity in Rwanda. And Rwanda is one of those African countries where electricity is some way somehow stable. The REC provide electricity, but all their operations, I honor RUA because you have to respect the regulation on how to provide these services. That is number one important utility within Rwanda. Another one is the WASA, which is the water and sanitation. We know that let's say 95% of Rwandan citizens receive running water through pipes. And this is a public utility that is very important to the people because you don't have to struggle for water, going to look for well, for hand pump or whatever. There is a running water in almost all households within Rwanda. This is a very important utility for the state. And this is provided by WASA. WASA also follow the rules of RUA, the authorities, and the regulations of how to provide this. I believe that after providing it, these taxes are paid to the government, which can be supported back to provide these utilities within Rwanda. So we talk about the electricity, we talk about the water, which is controlled by WASA. Now we come to the transportation. We know that Rwanda has one of the smoothest transportational means where you have buses, you have motorcyclists, you have a taxi driver, and some you can name them. We have Yegu, we have Move, and other means of transportation, and we have buses. All those buses are public utility provide for the public. The buses are cheaper because it is a utility that is for the public and it is run by the public-private organizations or entity in Rwanda. And those transportation means makes things easy because people who cannot afford certain amount to travel to a certain place, you have the right to use those buses. People living from a long distance sometimes pay like 2K, which is like $1.5 US. And you don't see that in most countries because they have limited buses, they have limited transportational means. But within Rwanda, you have many buses as you want. And these are making the transportational means so easy for citizens. You have buses, you have motorcyclists, you have a taxi driver of all kinds. And when we focus on the buses, that is a major public utility within Rwanda. People are using the tap and go buses where you just tap your card and less than 500 is being removed from your account. Depends the amount. Sometimes 1K, sometimes or 750, which is less than $1 USD. And you have means of transportation. So government providing these public utilities helps to make life easier, to make things going faster. And another one is the telecommunication. Do you know that Rwanda has one of the lowest internet package price in Africa? Some country internet prices run from $100 USD down, but in Rwanda, I strongly believe and I've seen that the internet prices, the highest is just 25K, which is maybe $20 US. And Airtel is providing internet for 5K for 3K, which is less than $5 US for a month. Internet plus call. Those utilities are so beneficial to the people in Rwanda. They are cheaper. They are affordable. Every class has what they want to choose because if you're able to use the Cannonball, which is internet Cannonball, which is 25K, and some people able to afford the MTM, which is just 20K. Some people afford the Airtel SIM card, which is 5K. The internet on the Airtel SIM card, 5K, 3K. So do you see that the public utility is being separated according to affordability? This is how public utility helps the citizen of a country. And Rwanda is noted for their regulations on this utility. You cannot trip on the people. You will be fined and you will have to pay the price. This is how a country should run on a good basis that citizens benefit from them. It's not about taking the money, buying your personal property, but investing those business in public utility that the citizen lives are somehow easier. Means of transportation, means of communication, electricity, water, everything should be affordable according to how you use them. But there are many countries that don't have those public utility in common. Like I'm telling you, many countries don't have that public utility that Rwanda has. Internet bundle is cheap. Water is cheap. Transportation is cheap in Rwanda. Other countries should learn from this system to implement it in their country because when there is good public utility for the citizen, people are allowed to go out there and make $1 or $2 for themselves. But when transportation is expensive, communications is expensive, water is not coming everywhere, there is no running water, you find it difficult to see life easier. But while you have all those things, you have the opportunity to make life for yourself, especially the transportation and the communication. For electricity, that is manageable. But when it comes to transportation and communication, these are public utility that should be straightforward, that should be regulated as Rwanda regulatory authority regulates the public utility. This is how it should be everywhere. And public utility is really important. There are so many public utilities. And tomorrow we will come here to discuss more public utility. Thank you for watching.